Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Capping TV. Here we are. Xiao vs X Nihilo. Please correct me if I'm wrong if I said that, but the grand finale final. Asia Fort Spring 2024. Here we are on the casting side here. Me, and then obviously we have Time and Mr. YG. What are we up to, guys, in Cutie Pies?
Well, obviously, I'm really excited for this grand final. Of course, no surprises here. We have Xiao on, first seed once again for so many seasons straight now. And of course, we have a new challenger. Last season it was Hong Hat Buff, but now it's X Nihilo. So, looking to be a pretty fun sixes game now. Xiao does have a new challenger wanting to take the throne from them. So I'm excited. How about you, Sub?
A little confused by X Nihilo's roster change, like right before Grand Finals. They're putting apples on flank scut today. A little surprised about that, but hopefully we can see a good 2 free maps.
Yeah, I think Jamal couldn't make it, unfortunately, quote unquote. So they're putting Apples in. Just a little bit of insider, but like Apples is quite hungry to
Hello?
prove to himself. So yeah, and Ghost, we
Hello?
have Ghost here.
Hello. I haven't actually watched any AsiaFort or cast anything, but I do know some of these players actually that we are watching today. I believe we should go through rosters quickly, or is the game going to start in like 2 seconds? Okay, we're going to go through rosters quickly. I guess I'll quickly go through Xiao, because this is a roster I'm actually a little bit familiar with. So we got Combo Scout, who's, if I pronounce this wrong, I do apologize beforehand. Rui, have you say his name? Rui?
Rui.
Yeah. Flank Scout is Hira. Pocket is Banana. Roma, Hezi, Demo, TJ, Medic, Naver. Is that Naver correct?
Yep,
Yeah.
Naver.
And then I guess quickly X Nihilo, if you guys want to go through it.
Yeah, for X Nihilo, of course, we have Miles on the Combo Scout, Apples on Flank, Dokla on Pocket, Alteria on Roamer, Bobby on Demo, and Milo on Medic. So we should be starting in a few minutes, and excited to get this ball rolling.
Yeah. I mean, look, for the side of Xiao, actually, because I think I don't know how well X Nihilo has been doing. I think from what I understand, if you guys did mention that they have been competitive and they've been putting up a fight, then obviously I think it will be close. However, the last time I casted Asia Fort, it was a 5-0, 5-0, 5-0 or something quite one-sided. So hopefully we get a closer game.
Yeah.
Obviously, the side of Xiao, I guess the place to watch would be TJ. He's been doing really well in demo. I don't know how he's been doing recently, but he's definitely I'll be honest, probably the most experienced player there, most seasoned player. Obviously playing some season AsiaFortress as well, and the same for Banana as well.
Yeah, definitely. I would also be looking at TJ and Banana as well, especially Banana with the sniper. So hopefully we can see a pretty close game compared to last season where it was a 5-0, 5-0. I hope X Nihilo makes this interesting. And how about you, Sub? Any expectations this match?
Predicting a fat TJ 400 DPM, one of a map, and then I'm not really expecting much from X Nihilo, especially since they just changed up their roster right before Grand Finals. So
I agree with YG here. I mean, if they obviously did supposedly change their roster, then look, I mean, 5-0, 5-0, we wouldn't surprise me from the side of Xiao, to be honest. Another thing, I believe with maps as well, from what I understand, it looks like we are playing Process first, is that correct? Or how are you guys picking?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So from what I understand, it's Process first, and then you guys do loser picks map in-game,
Yep.
correct? Okay, cool.
Yep.
So a little bit different compared to AsiaFortress. But yeah, curious to see what happens. Obviously, starting on a very, like a Sixers staple, and everyone's played this map. But then I think still favorites coming to this. You still have to look at Xiao. I think look TJ demo and again 400 DPM. We'll see what you can do.
Yeah. All right. Well, we should be starting very soon. Mr. Predictions, guys. Quickly, I think it's gonna be at least 42 to Xiao. I wanna see X Nihilo put up a fight. How about you, Sub?
I'm thinking a 5-1.
All right, pretty respectable. Ghost.
Look,
Any predictions?
I'm in the same boat here. Look, I think 1 round at least, and then 5-1-2 Xiao, to be honest.
Freaky, how about you?
I have to go. Good underdog story here. I have to give it up. Come on, X.
Yep.
Come on. I'm on my knees. I'm crossing my fingers and toes. It's going to be a 5-0 to them. Come on. You got this, guys. Yeah. Anyways, we should be up shortly. Guys, are we keen or what? Grand finals. Who's going to win? We'll find out.
Yep, let's go. I'm very excited for this mid. Should be starting in a few seconds now.
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, so loser will pick map. So obviously, I'm not too. It's similar to the AsiaFortress map, all correct? Because you still have Snakewater and
Yeah.
Cough map wise. Do you guys have Bagel in correct? And what other?
Yes,
maps
we do.
have
But
you?
I guess it's starting right now. Anyone want to take us off here for this very first mid in the grand final?
Yeah, I can take you guys through the first mid if you guys want. So we do have. I'm going to get on the cam of X Freaky Ghetto, whoever that is. And it looks like it's actually a decent
Yes,
rollout.
Bobby.
And we do see a high bomb coming from the soldier here. He does have to jump out. Unfortunately, nothing really committed. Just a bit of damage done to TJ there, who I believe is T-Rex in game. So pretty even mid so far. Both teams just exchanging a little bit of spam, so nothing too crazy happening yet. We do see a little bit of committing there to the left side from the side of Xiao here. However, big soldier high bomb coming, get on the medic there. Knight, he does get forced up, and I believe it's a pause in game. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, we do have a pause in
that the-
game.
It's
So
a boss? Oh my.
from what I can tell, Milo looks like he is probably dead. He is launched straight up in the air, and I think the ground from this pause, even though Milo is, I'm just gonna say he could be dead after this. Not sure what happened. The pause for the reason we're still yet to find out. But yeah, Xiao have gained pretty much all the ground possible, and X Nihilo have been forced back to their side of mid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like everyone's practically low right now. Even if Milo lands, whoever Sergio Perez is, he's gonna just kill him when he lands. So okay.
Pause and pause again. Very good.
Miles does get the first pick though, so and the rocket is landing on Miles. So
yeah.
Milo might live here.
So Milo could be alive then, but still, I mean, when you look at Xiao's positioning from this pause, they take it. Oh, hang on, so the unpause has happened, and Sergio Perez does get taken down there.
Nice pipe. Some signs of life from X Nihilo. It's 5v4 right now, but Doka does end up going down here. They're all trying to regain some health and some ground. Apple's dropping dangerously low. Heria is trying to press the matter on the left side. It's still a very stalemate mid, and they're trying to bully them out. Nice damage from Bobby. They're looking for more. It's very stalemate, but it looks like Xiao is doing their best to really fight this. It's a pretty even mid right now.
This is very even, and I was hoping a trade come. However, do we see a really deep bomb from the side of Exano, and the trade does come out from both sides here. However, it doesn't. Nothing's really. Sorry, but actually for the side of Xiao here, which 2 picks being on the demo and the soldier, with just whoever. I don't know who is in game, unfortunately. Is that Banana maybe? I'm not sure, but he does get taken down. But picks going to the side and actually favoring the side of Xiao, so really, really good trade, to be honest, coming out by them.
Yeah, it's a pretty impressive Uber. They held that really long, but I feel like they overstayed their welcome. It's a instant conversion. They're 3 down, and Xiao wants to take this all the way to last.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think they're going to drive by it even without Uber, and this actually might just be a point capture, because point hasn't been played, and that is the first round on the side of Xiao. Yeah, really,
that was
really interesting game and really interesting mid, because that mid was very stalemate.
Yeah, that was very long. Yeah, it's we haven't seen Xiao do that in quite a while, where they actually had to fight for the mid. So that was a pretty good introduction for what's about to come in this grand final.
Yeah, and it looks like it is pretty even on both sides. How we do see a little soldier highball man, nothing really getting nothing really happening, just both soldiers exchanging a little bit of damage here. We just do see some ground getting taken out. We do see a soldier high bomb coming up from the side of Xiao, seeming to get in on the medic, does just fade away, so nothing too crazy. And we do see the side, one play going down to the side of X Nihilo being H, I'm not sure who that is. Plays being healed up on the side of Xiao here, and yeah, frags going away with Xiao, and you can tell, look at the collapse. That demo is getting caught out here, does get taken down. 3 plays down for the side of X Nihilo, and they're just leaving. And however, both teams, meds do live, so it is even Ubers, but it wouldn't surprise me if Xiao just take it into second, which they are.
Yeah, Sub, what would you do if like you were ex Nihilo in this position? Like, would
This-
you?
In this
Yeah?
position as next Nihilo, I think I just played even, played safe. They're only down one round, and they only needs to mess up once unless they can push out the second at least. And it's still early in the game, they can afford to stalemate a little bit. I think the issue of ex Nihilo is they're taking too many like weird DM fights and they're just losing the 1v1s or not taking space correctly. And Xiao's just abusing
Yeah.
that. They're just taking so much space on ex Nihilo all the time.
I believe from memory,
Yeah.
From what I understand, you guys are. This is not banny config, so whoever loses the rest of 30 minutes is done.
It
done.
it is.
It is
It
banning
is, it
config.
is.
Okay, cool. So,
So,
we are banning config.
it'll
However,
be-
speaking about
yeah.
configs and round losing, the side of Xiao, they do lose 2 players in the process, so they are forced out. So ex-Nihilo are doing a good job holding on. However, more pressure. And as I say that, never mind. I do see a soldier bomb trying to go for the medic. Nice little direct hit, and does force the medic to the side of Xiao. However, the medic also pops to the side of ex-Nihilo, however, really bad Uber for the side of Xiao, so they are getting back here, however, they're still on second, just in the Al-Qaeda position, and still getting ground on second, and just doing really good collapse. Marlon's taking down the process, and then Sergio Perez, just 1 player, 3 players getting taken down for the side of ex-Nihilo here, and this actually could just be a round conversion if they choose to drive fight it.
I
Yeah.
mean, I can see what Miles was trying to do, pushing with 2 down, but he already got the med force and he just walked straight in through upper quarter and just used right through the door. And that was a pretty bad trade because he already used, and it just leads to this. Very messy.
And that's 2-0 for the side of Xiao. And to be honest, like even that drive fight, it's even plays 3-3. Like play it safe, yeah. You don't have to push at the size of Xiao, but I mean with TJ's damage, he's to be honest putting out a lot from what I can tell.
Yeah, he is.
You want to go
Yeah,
for this
I feel
next
like-
bid, actually,
Yeah.
time? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So I would like to see ex Nihilo go full throttle and just send it, but I don't know how well they'll do it on Xiao. But we do see some early action onto Hong here. Hong dropping dangerously low. I am on the Apple scam and seems like they're struggling to take a lot of space. The soldiers are just bombing in. Xiao is asserting a lot of dominance right now. Ex Nihilo is struggling to find any kills. They do end up picking one, but an immediate trade from Banana taking down Apples, and Miles ends up going down as well. It's just perfect coordination from Xiao. It's
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 just a
so
complete
tough
blowout.
and stuff. Yeah.
Complete lockout, and they're going straight to last. They are
Oh.
not giving any respect as well.
Banana.
Xiao just has the DM ad, like,
Yeah.
they
TJ's got-
just can't do anything.
TJ's got left spawn on lockdown, you know, right spawn's getting spammed, and now just playing point. I don't even think they can use Uber
This
here.
is
Yeah.
way
That
too
was-
dominant for Xiao, man. Like, Jesus.
I mean, you can tell the mid's coordination with TJ's damage, and then both scouts just focusing targets like really, really well. Like, I saw the scouts commit on, I believe it was a demo or soldier, but just like focus firing was really, really good for the side of Xiao. But you can also tell how long they've been playing together, and like, you know, because I believe this roster, from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, they've been together for a long time. The Xiao roster.
Yup.
Yeah,
They
it's been
have-
the same group of players for a very long time. Not the same.
Would you like to take away with this mid sub? Let's see.
I mean, all I'm seeing is TJ's doing like 80 damage every mid top left, and then everybody just takes space on the right side of the map. I mean, Apples gets a good pick here, but Banana going in with the bomb curves,
Oh.
and it's actually converting for ex Nihilo as their first round win, or first mid win.
Guys, submarine is the key. Submarine is the key for ex Nihilo, guys. Like, they won the mid.
Soldier for the side of X9. I don't know who that is.
I
know
think
the
that's
shotgun.
Dokla. He
Gotta
is
be
desperate
Dokla.
now for the round
That
win.
is interesting because obviously shotgun soldier. Sorry, it's not common nowadays. Like it's doable, but it's very rare.
Dokla is known to run shotgun every once in a while. It's
Okay.
kind of his X factor, I suppose. He'll just randomly switch the shotgun and shotgun swap somebody.
It's kind
I
of
mean-
funny because Submarine was talking about how TJ was doing a lot of damage, but from what I saw, Bobby was the one who was outputting a lot of damage onto the soldiers of Xiao, which allowed Apples to clean up those initial frags and allowed them to convert the mid win. So finally they're in, you know, a good position. Hopefully they get a round win here. As the soldier goes in for the sack, they are committing a lot of players onto that medic, but I think it's a really good surf camera from Neva. They just get cleaned up in the end.
And look, I mean, the side of Xiao, like they can choose to push out, which looks like they are going to commit. TJ looks like he is calling a lobby push. But obviously, even if they push this, like, with 2 plays, I think they're giving it up. Looks like they are 3 plays down here. So they're going back to last year. They don't really need to make any sort of moves because they have 3 rounds up because the side of X9 to make a move. Speaking about that, the Gunners get taken down. We do see 2 plays down for the side of Xiao here, which a possible trade could come out from lobby here. No Uber fight, and the Uber pops get from Xiao here, so do you see a trade coming in by door 5. Slightly worse Uber for the side of Xiao, so they are running back. Looks like Post is going to be just on the right side of point here, so nothing really coming in.
This could be a round win.
This could be a round for the side of
The
X9.
first round.
Oh, they got it.
Oh
Really chaotic, and I guess it sort of worked out in the end.
Yeah, oh my gosh, like that was very chaotic, but they managed to clinch it through. Kill, do you want to take away this mid for us? Maybe me and Ghost are bad luck.
Nah, we'll see, we'll see. But just now in that Uber trade, I think Xiao just went in for it. They didn't elect to hold back. They just wanted to take the fight to them, and it just didn't work out in the end. Is he going to be doing a fast rollout as he gets counter-jumped by Hong? Not much going on in the opening salvos of this mid-fight. Soldiers bombing around, trying to take space. I think both teams waiting to see which one's going to bite first, which one's taking the first move. As TJ goes down relatively low, but Dark Lord, he's the one that goes down in the end. As Hong goes in for a very deep bomb onto the combo of Xiao. Doesn't quite get anything for the time being, but I think you guys are bad luck. Xiao has officially lost this mid-fight.
Oh my god, I guess we're Team Xiao, me and Ghost. Well, you guys are Team X Nihilo.
So I think that shotgun switch, because I saw it actually is working out really well, but thing is now the pocket, which obviously has to get, he has to get tanked pretty heavily, I think, because he's on shotgun now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think they're making it work for the time being. They've won 2 mids in a row. Now it's time to see if they can just break that last point. Very interested to see how they choose to sack, take lobby, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's the side of X9 that needs to make a move, because Xiao can just sit on last and, to be honest, bunker and play for a round reset if they do choose to. But however, it looks like we are seeing some buffs here for the side of X9. Do you see some sort of play trying to happen in door 2? However, a lot of pressure forcing our soldier out. A little bit of spam coming to door 1. However, nothing really coming out. Both soldiers get taken down.
Low. Yeah, the shotgun actually almost got able to drop, but he holds on in the end with about 30 HP. Good player advantage for side of Xiao as he just busts through all of these doors. Miles is gonna get dropped actually. Milo unfortunately popping off that Uber in the end. Possibly a little bit of miscommunication and it's disastrous. Absolutely terrible for them. I think that's a desperate play from Hong, but he isn't able to get any damage onto that medic. Full Uber ad for them.
I'm not sure what Miles is trying to do there, because I think he looks like he does want to call for some sort of trade. But then again, yeah, as you said, miscommunication and that sort of like fumble, that sort of push, and full Uber ad pretty much to the side of Xiao entering this midpoint, which they are pretty much getting it for free. And
yeah, they got it for free and they
Bobby.
That's not what you want when you're backing out to second, because now they should be able to enter second for free, which they are.
Absolutely, they haven't even gotten a force at this point in time. They're still rolling into that second point, but as I say that, I think there's some posturing by Hong as he goes in for a desperate play, and again, very little damage actually being done onto that blue medic. I think Ubers are gonna even out, but I'm not even sure if Milo's gonna get an Uber off in time. They just pop through that one door, they're getting a lot of picks, but actually, Xiao's losing players at the same time. I think Milo does have the Uber now, and the Uber trade is getting forced out. Can Xiao hold on? I think TJ's gonna go down, but the medic does escape at the very least.
I mean, that's important though. The medic lives, so that's good, and then he can at least build, and it's actually it's pretty much even, sorry, as I say that. There hasn't really not much building has occurred. However, it looks like the side of Xiao, they are staying in for a little bit longer. A little bit of ground gain by X9. However, Frag's going the way of Xiao here with the medic getting taken down, and this looks like hasn't gone really too well for the side of X9 here, pushing out in the second, and the last point also getting capped here by, I believe it was a soldier or something on last.
Area is trying to push it all the way in. Area is winning this all by himself. Area saw the opportunity while they were pushing out and pulled 3 players back, so X Nihilo was kinda like they had to weigh their options, like which will they stop, Area pushing last, or would they want to fight second? And I guess it's they end up losing the round because of that. It was like a half-assed decision.
And we're going to this final mid-fight, which could be for the first map here, and nice damage on that soldier there who decided to try to go for a little control, and Blue Crate does get a mini pack, so he's all good. Trying to go for a bomb with TJ, however, he does go into IT there, and looks like he is getting chased here, and a little bit of high control, and did you see the demo getting taken out for the side of X9 here? Players getting a little bit low for the side of Xiao, however, able to just refill. Navy taking a little bit of damage, and still living, does get taken out in the end. However, it's pretty much a wipe for the side of X9, and unfortunately losing a med to the Xiao, not ideal, but yeah, look, a wipe, and TJ's already going to last. He wants to make sure they don't get out spawn.
Yeah, at the very least, Neva does go down in the end, so it doesn't look like it'll be a complete stomp on the very least. They're already coming up spawn. They should be able to defend this last point with the heals being more on the side of Nihilo, and as I say that, the soldiers get taken down from Xiao. So they do hold on for the very least. Ubers are basically even, and I don't know. They might want to break out of this last point right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
TJ trapped the wrong. It's usually got a bit of a trap there, I saw. And however, arrow does get missed by neighbor. However, TJ still able to. So that's always ideal.
Oh
and
no, both soldiers.
That probably wasn't needed though. I think it was trying to go for some market gun to play. Ubers are pretty much even now. However, Frag's going the way of Xiao here. 3 players get taken down for the side of Nihilo, and Xiao's
They're
going
gonna
to take
push
lobby.
this
And
all
it
the
looks like,
way.
This
looks
is
like they
it.
are just going 5 and door 4 here, and they're not even needing Uber. Just getting frags, and yeah, looks just
Oh,
one scout.
yeah,
and that's pretty much
this
first
map is
done.
over.
Yeah. 5-1 to
Dang.
Xiao.
Very accurate prediction, whoever said 5-1 just now. So,
Me and
Yeah.
TJ or someone said, or Freaky.
so
I don't
yeah.
know. We said 5-1, and look, I mean, look, you can tell I saw like the focus fire and the damage coming out from TJ, who are 99% sure is main calling correct, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Or more, slash one of the more vocal ones. Yeah, he's doing a lot on those bids. Like you can tell, he's doing a lot.
Yeah. Sub. Did would you have done anything different there if you were in Nilo's position? It seemed like they were, taking or getting some footing for themselves in the in the middle of the game, but then suddenly they just crumbled. Did they do anything wrong, or could they have done anything better?
I think Nihilo could have at least tried playing the left side of mid a little bit more. I feel like they always have this tendency to just clump up on the right, and then they have no space on mid, and they just get destroyed by TJ and the soldiers bombing, and then the scouts rushing them. It's very.
I mean, I noticed that as well, but obviously logs now displayed on stream for everyone to see as well. And to be honest, like this is just a like look.
Yeah.
Some players, yeah, look, this like some moments of brilliance. I'll say for the side of Nihilo, but I'll be honest, like. It looks like just utter domination. Like nothing, like no crazy numbers, but just like, for example, okay, look, this I think who Sergio Perez is that? Banana. Like 4 for 10. Like despite obviously not having crazy numbers, but he's doing his job and he's finding impact, finding space. But it's like, I think for the side of Xiao, I mean, TJ 384 like DPM and almost getting 400. Like
Only 2 deaths. So
yeah.
he chooses when he wants to die.
Like
Obviously.
Pretty much.
And
I think, to be honest, I don't know if there's anything else really to take from these logs, because, like, okay, the mid fights, despite being 5-1, like, okay, Nihilo did get 2 mid fights in the end there, but, like, some of the commits they're doing, I guess there was definitely some miscommunications and sort of mistimings coming out from them when they want to do some sort of plays. Like, one example definitely was that Miles trade on second, I believe, in, like, the second round or third round.
Yeah, probably some amount of inexperience is showing in grand finals at the moment. I think there were many instances in which they were just probably slightly too aggressive when they maybe should have played it a little safer. Many times they lost not because they got pushed in, but because they were trying to push out, right?
Yeah.
Like they took a dry fight into second, they try to push out with Uber into second. A lot of these problems, of course, they stem from losing the mid fights, but even when they had their opportunities, they weren't always able to convert. And so, maybe the next match will be more competitive.
I mean, look, I think, despite, like, I think obviously being pretty much what it is very one-sided to go into the Xiao and obviously coming out as the favorites, I think aside Nihilo, like, if they just meant, like, reset, go into the next map and focus on whatever the next map they choose, because I believe you guys just choose in game, correct? From what I understand. I think we could see a different result, but then again, obviously everyone is pretty favored towards Xiao, obviously to take even a second map, depending on what they choose. But I think they should also, even one round game of Xiao, I think they should be quite happy with what they did. But then again, yes, this could be a very rough game for the side of Nihilo.
Yeah, but if I'm being honest, like we could probably still see a game on our hands. They are kind of holding their own. I think they just need to be a bit more consistent because if you look at the logs, they're practically going a little bit even with them. It's just the experience, the lack of experience is showing, and unfortunately they aren't able to convert it.
Experience out of Xiao as well. I mean, TJ is, from what I understand, he's probably your most veteran player in the whole of AsiaFortress, correct? Just, minusing what's his name, Xiao, if he still plays.
Yeah, I think TJ is much older than Xiao, so
okay, but
yeah,
you can tell he's some experience. Like you can definitely tell as well with the focus fire calls and stuff. And speaking about games and also maps as well, next map will be Metalworks. So curious to see what happens on that. But then again, I feel like Metalworks is a very technical map though.
Yeah, I haven't seen Xiao play Metalworks, so maybe that's why X Nihilo picked that map. Throwing a curveball, maybe Xiao doesn't know how to play it, although I doubt it honestly. So yeah, kind of excited to see how both teams will play Metalworks.
Yeah, I mean, look, I doubt, like, even though it's a curveball, like for the side of a Xiao, like I'm not expecting it, but even so, like you got players like TJ Banana who've probably played Metalworks, a billion times. So even if it's a like a curveball, I think look, Xiao should still have it, even with TJ calling, and obviously with his experience. But look, I think could be a closer game, definitely. But obviously, you have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, and after well, we'll be right back, guys. After a short break. Hope you don't miss us too much, and we'll be right back shortly. All right, welcome back, everyone. This is Map 2. We do have CP Metalworks. Does anybody wanna do the first mid of this map?
I will start the first mid again, which is all good here. However, do you see did Bobby beef his? I think he might have beefed his rollout actually, for the first mid here. Really good rollout for the side of Xiao here, and with Neva crossing straight into Valley here, so in a really safe position, and both teams just exchanging a little bit of damage despite the beefed rollout from the side of X-Nihilo. However, players getting traded and taken out on both sides. Two players getting taken out for the side of X-Nihilo here, and looks like ground getting taken and height by the side of Xiao. However, Soldier behind him get anything. Unfortunately, does get
nice
denied, and nice pipe by the side of TJ onto that Soldier.
Dang,
Yeah.
alright. That was a pretty rough mid for X Nihilo.
I think Bobby beefed his rollout, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I
he
think
did.
so too.
Well,
Unfortunately,
very
that's gonna.
solid.
Yeah, that's gonna. Unfortunately,
Uber
that's
trade,
gonna
though.
cost them a lot. And unfortunately, Hong ends up getting taken down, and it's still pretty much two Xiao's advantage right now. They are holding all the way to last, and X Nihilo needs to make something happen here, or they're just gonna come pouring in.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just flooding through that left side area from the perspective of X-Nihilo. As Hezi goes for a big bomb, Bobby goes down, Miles goes down. Even though Hezi gets traded out in the end, it's just not looking good for X-Nihilo. Dokla also getting taken down by the scatter shots of Rui, and they're just trying to convert onto that last point, and they just clean it up really quickly. Not even 2 minutes that first round.
Nave's playing really well. Like, you can tell he's baiting these soldiers, and like the scouts. You just got two scouts shooting one soldier. Like, that soldier's not going to have a good time. They're just going to die. They're bye-bye. Like, it's very rough. Like, for the side of X-Nihilo.
Yeah,
absolutely.
and I feel like there's a lot of a little bit too much of individual plays coming in, like unnecessary. But I don't know. Maybe they just see the opportunity, and Xiao is denying it really well. But for this mid, it's gonna be a pretty slow mid again. But Hezi coming in from way behind. Harrier does take down Dokla. Miles does end up chasing down and killing Hezi. But Xiao is taking a lot of space here. Rui ends up taking down Hong, and
Ooh, nice
Milo
play
is
by
trying to
Bobby.
escape with his life. He might die here. Harrier is pushing all the way in.
Yes,
Harrier wants to
sir.
catch them behind. He's trying to leak all the way. Harrier is full disrespecting, and Milo gets taken down. And Bobby goes down as well. Unfortunately, Apples does end up softening the blow, trying to take down TJ as well, but will escape with his life. That was a pretty okay mid, I
I
guess.
just want to note something. Like, the first two mids, obviously, we haven't seen anything else. TJ, he knows, like, he's beaten Bobby to every single mid. Bobby, I don't know, like, I'm not sure if he's beefing the rollout, but he's actually, to be honest, really, really slow on these mids. Like, that's not meant to say he's, like, it's terrible for him,
Yeah.
but it's like, TJ's
Yeah,
already like,
it's-
he rolled out, he's already trapping out Gary, you know, I mean, House.
Fair
so
enough,
low
but highlight,
House.
Dokkan on Spy! He's actually onto the medic of Neva, but he isn't actually able to get a force
He's
out. He
dead.
kind of beefed the
Bye-bye.
stab. He's not quite
Oh,
there just
oh,
yet, but
actually.
he is wasting quite a lot of time. He might
Slippery
allow
from
his
Dokkan.
team,
Oh.
But
gave
they
his
are
team
getting
some
second
breathing
though,
room.
now. And
Yeah.
like they are just going bottom. Looks like they're just going for a right hand push here, which I think you should use. Which they do. TJ getting a flash as well, getting bombed through. Unfortunately, just a gun getting taken down here, so no frags yet coming from the side of Miles. Does switch to heavy here, so they do have a number of class here, and both teams losing one player down and on each side here, and Heron getting taken out as well, and players actually getting taken out and really low. 3 players getting taken out from the side of Xiao here, and yeah, it looks like it is a failed push, and yeah, Neva does get out, which is good. And I think he should live as well.
Yeah, good defense by the side of Nihilo. Like, no one actually died in that initial Uber exchange. They were focusing the sentry down, couldn't really get any other players, so good defense by them again. They're pushing into that second point with a really big Uber advantage.
Yeah, and then Bobby as well, like he's getting so much pressure, and he does get flash there, so just in time, and they do force the Uber out here, which is really good, and it's now 50 out for the side of Xiao, which they are just backing up through alley here, and they're back onto mid here, and they are just getting space in house here, so nothing too crazy happening, and I think they should just wait for Uber here for the moment, and looks like they are taking alley, and it looks like about to take through Valley here. Neighbors baiting really well, see if he can get
Hog's going for the bomb.
sort of high bomb.
Going for the high bomb. He's gonna land right on
No,
the Neighbor with a very nice serve.
Oh my god, dude. Neighbor like 360'd on Hong. Just tiled on him there.
There was 8 stickies on the other side. If he surfed incorrectly there, he would have blown up pretty much. And however, as we say, this Uber's actually out, it's fading. They do need a pop here, and the medic needs to die here, or they just lock them out. The medic is only at 90% there, so not quite getting it. Should get it quite soon here, so do have Uber for last. Do they use it though? The medic does pop there. However, 2 players taken down for the side of Nihilo. So Xiao, they are just sitting in lobby, and looks like they are. Do they want to recommit here? Which I think that looks like a call.
Oh, misplayed.
4 players getting taken down for the side of Nihilo, and this should be a round conversion for the side of Xiao.
It's
just unfortunate, really. I
Yeah.
think, like, they did manage to get an Uber up and they were defending very well, but they just overextended a little bit too far in the lobby when their players were still in red health, and so they get cleaned up really quickly after their Uber trade ends. And yeah, that's a second round going to the side of Xiao. Not looking too good on these mid fights so far for the red team for Nihilo, but maybe they just want to speed it up. Maybe Bobby can get to mid a little faster. We'll see.
Watching Bobby Cam, he's rolling out through house, and just going to Bombo, and I think TJ beat him again. I think he did. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, some quicker soldier aggression coming out from Hong on this mid, but as I said, as Xiao soldier is going to be taking on the house of red team, but Banana Gus get taken down for his troubles. This might be a reversal of Fortress for Nihilo if they can maintain this player advantage as Hezi gets taken down in the meantime. Even though Hong eventually gets traded out, all of the space has so far been taken by Nihilo, and they might be taking this mid fight, but Apple's overextending just a little bit, and it's an even 4v4 fight. Blue team has control of the point somewhat, but it's really difficult to break this stalemate without soldiers. But at the moment, TJ is going to go down really low, but Ubers are from both sides. It looks like they do want to trade. It's really chaotic, but it looks like Rui might be able to get the better of Bobby. He gets taken down in the end, and a really poor Uber trade coming out from the side of Nihilo. They pop so much faster, and I think Milo gets to leave, but it's going to be a mid-win for the side of Xiao.
Oh my god, this damage as well. TJ and House getting some nice damage, and yeah, really good reuse, and 3 players getting down for 3 players dying for the side of Nihilo, with Bobby just respawning now, and yeah, it looks like they do cap mid here, and you know, add for the side of Nihilo. However, TJ already getting a lot of ground in lobby and already trapping up Charlie here, and looks like they do just want to probably drive like this with Hong being still just respawning now, and I think
they're trying to do something. Yeah, they look like this.
Some sort of
maybe it's just
however, Tolo trying to get some sort of thing done, and unfortunately he just dies there. So it looks like, I think just a sack play. I think they're just going to cancel it. Uber ad though for the side of Nihilo. However, this ad is fading really shortly. I think they're just going to play it even. I think. Or actually, as I say, sorry, not even. They are taking ground and lobby, so they are going to play a slight ad there. But Uber should come from the side of Xiao if they do wish to recontest the second point.
Yeah, they are actually able to get it. They are gonna be able to at least, not be stuck on their last in this stalemate. Ubers are even. They probably are gonna wait for the side of Xiao to do a sack play, possibly from Ali, even though the combo's pressuring from house. I think we'll just have to wait and see as the combo is looking to rotate via Ali. Probably gonna send in a soldier. I think they're getting their buffs up. They're gonna try something pretty good and pretty soon, as far as I'm
I mean,
aware.
they're in Valley now, and looks like just clearing some spots. Looks like they're gearing up for possible soldier sack, which, as I say, so we do see a soldier high bomb coming through, just fading away, so nothing to get. Both soldiers just fading, getting a bit of damage. And
Okay.
no one actually dies, so this is actually good for the side of Xiao, but
Xiao.
some
They got baited.
That's taken down as well. However, Neighbor has to pop there, 10 HP, and Milo as well does have to force as well, so both men's force, so it's not terrible. However, slight better room for the side of X-Nilo. However, they do need to retreat with 3 players getting taken down though.
Yeah, really unfortunate for Nihilo. I think even though the soldiers faded, Dokla got baited into jumping too aggressively into Ali and gets taken down. And as I said, because there are 3 players down, that incentivizes Xiao to just push all the way into last. Ree actually tries to play the point, gets taken down. Mouse gets traded out in return. A lot of damage going both ways. TJ still surviving due to the arrows of Naval, who actually goes down to 10 HP and Kratos to the ground after Dokla splashes him in the end. So if Milo can stay alive, as I think he will, really good opportunity for them to really convert this match, maybe.
Pretty much like full Uber out for the side of Neva. Nice arrows coming out of him to keep TJ alive, trying to get a bit of damage. Hopefully, he can use TJ's actually trapped up everything nicely, and nice step onto Doctor there, so he does get taken down. So there's a soldier down for the side of X now, not ideal for this push out. However, I think they look like they haven't actually committed, so they are still on last here. So looks like they just want to make sure all plays up to get buffs. However, this lobby position, like the side of Xiao here just building on bridge, so getting ready to back out when they need to and playing a little bit far back, obviously being an Uber dishad. And as I say that, they do manage to push out here the side of X-Nilo.
Is he going for the force?
Force does come out from the side of Milo there for X-Nilo, and yeah, they do manage to get some cap time a second. However, now fully prepared for the side of Xiao, and Milo's HP isn't looking too good.
This is
Should
very
be all right.
disadvantageous. This is very disadvantageous. They could just push us all the way. I'm surprised Xiao is even letting them get second back, but it's a full Uber and they're taking this all the way to Valley, I think. And I think if I were X-Nilo, I should be leaving right now and just start building Uber for last, because if they get wiped here, it's all over for them. So I guess that's what they're doing now.
I mean, look, Xiao need to go faster, because if they are building well, which looks like, which they are actually, X-Nalo actually could get Uber, and looks like they are going to now using it straight away. However, Uber does get popped. I think TJ realizes the Med needs to die here, which he's trying to go for that. Med is on 90%, does get back into spawn. However, Frag does go in the way of Xiao here. Uber does fade. Two players get taken down from the side of X-Nilo. Uber does come out from the side of X-Nilo there. However, 3 players getting taken down, just 1 for the side of Xiao here. And yeah, it looks like it is a very, very bad fight for the side of X-Nilo, and collapsing onto the point there, and that's his 3rd round going the side of Xiao. Yeah, really good post-Uber fight there. Obviously, Milo has to pop, but he does lose 3 players there, and yeah, they just sort of collapse on the point, because obviously they need to stop the point from getting capped.
Yeah,
It's just so tough, right? Because after they got forced on that second point, they weren't able to force, in that leapfrog situation, Xiao to use their Uber, and so they were able to use Interlast, and even though they did get Uber up eventually, as you said, they lost just way too many players, and if they're gonna stay in this match, they have to win the mid fight, but not looking too hopeful if Hong's gonna go down to 4 HP in the first 5 seconds of the mid. He gets cleaned up eventually, but still, 1 player down. It doesn't look hopeful for their fortunes at the time being, as Dokla tries to sneak into the backlines into house and gets taken down. No soldiers, they have to retreat immediately. Milo's already running all the way back to his last.
This is a cleanup, and this
is a massacre.
This is a massacre, and this is, I believe, actually, I've just recognized something. Bobby is, I believe, playing high in AsiaFortress this season as Scout, I believe. So
yep, he's playing Scout.
This is interesting seeing him obviously play Devon. This is a guy I'll be versing on Thursday, so curious to see what happens.
Nice.
But otherwise, yeah, actually, sorry, Milo does actually live out of all that, surprisingly. However, Uber does come out for the side of Xiao, but do they opt to go fast with it, or are they just going to call it evens? And it looks like they're going to call it evens here. So Sniper does come out from Hong. So seeming to pick, however, Neighbor's in a really good spot here behind his glass. He can't get a headshot here, so it's really good positioning. However, they are getting a little bit of lobby control, so ground getting taken for the side of Xiao, and however, Banana does get taken down, and immediately they're out of lobby.
That's a good pick, and we see Hong up on Sniper actually. I don't really think he's known for his Sniper gameplay. kind of a flicky, twitchy aimer, but maybe he'll be able to flick onto Neighbor's head. He's trying to peek in the lobby of the rest of his team. They're taking some spam, but they're just trying to get him an angle, and I'm not sure. He sees TJ for a moment and can't quite get the shot off. They also have a sentry on last, so I think he has a little bit more liberty to ring out a headshot onto Hezzy, who goes down. But you know, Hong also gets traded out in the end, unfortunately, so probably a reset. Banana looking like he might want a sack, actually, trying to spam a little bit from that little cubby corner area, and you know, maybe they'll just hope for a stalemate. And
Banana's going in. Nobody's protecting Milo. Okay.
That was very scary. There is a sentry. There is a sentry gun which is in an actually not a terrible position. However, with Metalworks, the skybox, sometimes the sentry gun won't even hit the soldiers bombing. It is in a good spot. However, if a soldier goes really high, the sentry won't even sometimes just lock into them. As I said, giving an off class Dockler up on the spy, so he curious to see if he can get any sort of play here going. He's just gonna send it.
Dockler might be able to get somebody here.
Past, actually, I think he sneaked past. Or was he?
He's waiting for the chance. Here we go.
Okay.
We'll probably see a matchup from Dockler here. Let's hope he doesn't beef. Harriet doesn't know yet.
He's going for it.
Never doesn't know what's up. Oh, Harriet takes down Milo. It's a convenient conversion into last. They should stop this, but it looks like it's an imminent push into last here. Mas is doing his best to delay Xiao, but oh, what a shot from Harriet. That's the nail in the coffin for this round, probably. They
have a gun up, but that's just gonna get spammed out, which it does, and Uber pop full Uber ad, and yeah, Frag should just go away, and this should just be a round.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, but
there
wait,
might be a
the second
backhand.
still capping.
That was actually that got really
okay, that was very close. Yeah.
That got a little bit scary, but yeah. And
oh well.
These mids have been, it's been actually, I'll be honest, Xiao have been just dominating these mid fights. Like, TJ, I don't know if TJ's really fast on his rollouts, actually. I don't know if Bobby's beefing his rollouts or not, but TJ's just getting out really quickly, and he's locking out, like, you know, lower house or just top left, depending on where Bobby chooses rollout. And TJ's already out, and he's already getting height, he's already falling.
Oh, they have
nice
so much
space.
space.
Bobby, and yeah, good damage there, as I said, onto Bobby. And ground gains gained by, for the side of,
They should just run. They shouldn't even try this.
Yeah, look, they're getting forced back in the valley. Do you see a soldier commit, double soldier commit? Actually, see when they get onto Neighbor here. Neighbor does manage to dodge a rocket. Nice dodging and just no damage, actually, and both soldiers getting taken out. They have to leave. Of Nihilo, however, even plays
4v4 though.
Isn't looking too
oh, I was going to say that.
Now 3v4, and I think Nihilo, they need to just get out here. They need to back out and really survive. I mean, on 1 HP does get healed up. And TJ, with his endless sort of aggression and damage, forwarding, seeing and lock them out. However, looks like Nihilo is still on his second here. So do they choose to hold second, or they looks like they are choosing to hold second here. So a possible trade could be on the cards.
Should probably be a stalemate at least for a minute or two, but I think you're absolutely correct. TJ's winning them the mid fight in the first 5 seconds because he's just able to allow his team to take so much ground and space. They get all that height on the mid point, and it's just so difficult for anyone to do anything from the side of Nihilo. So
like, for example, that mid roller, if your demo beats the roller, he goes through lower house and you see that damage, he gets one stick on the demo, and Bobby's sort of out of the mid fight. He's on 70 HP, he's one shot pretty much. As speaking of that stalemate, so nice denial onto the soldier there for the side of Xiao. He does get taken down into the Hezzy. Unfortunately, unusual whip by Neighbor there. Hezzy does get taken down. Not ideal, at least, but however, they just lose one player. They do have to back out though, and they are just sitting on mid here. Still even Ubers, but TJ gets caught. So unusual mistake by TJ there.
Nice aggression. Yeah, nice aggression from Nihilo there, catching TJ off guard. But a banana does end up going down as well. Both Ubers popped here. Xiao is trying to escape with their lives here, and it's a nice mid win for Nihilo.
have they even capped off the mid prior to this point? I'm not actually sure. So, hey, maybe they could get around. Yeah, I think so. So Ubers are gonna be even. They won't get it for a few good seconds at the very least. So probably gonna be a bit of a stalemate.
Decent ad for the side of Nihilo, if you call it grinding. Now just happening for the side of Xiao. So if they choose to go fast with it, they definitely can catch Xiao off guard. Which, yeah, Xiao actually aren't building too well, because this is the Uber ad is actually sort of like is getting very far apart. Sorry. However, it looks like they are just going to play safe. I think they're just going to let it even out though. I don't think they're going to do anything too crazy here. Soldiers, the demo just solo holding house here and getting some space into alley. However, it looks like they are gearing up in house, and looks like they'll be choosing to push through house, or I think it's just a bit of a spam battle here.
Yeah, probably setting up for the sacks. Combo looks like they're rotating from the side of Nihilo into that alley area. Some soldier bombs are imminent. Dokla's getting buffed up. He knows what he's gonna do, and he's about to do it as he goes in for the wall jump. Doesn't make it that far actually before he has to retreat. Hong's waiting in that house area, just trading spam with his counterpart Hezi, and I don't know, not much action
we see a round
except
two.
for Dokla. Trying again, but not much
He just
spam
turned
or help for
around.
the rest of his team, honestly. Yeah,
They're
because
just
it's only one soldier
Wait,
bombing in.
I think it's
Hong's not doing too
wait. We have a
much.
third attempt. Third attempt
Oh.
incoming. He's getting
Okay,
buffed
okay.
up.
He's
Can
trying,
he get
he's
the third? Let's see the third try.
Dude,
Here
come
we go.
on.
He's going.
Come on,
he's going
Dokla.
in. Does
He's
he-
going
He's
in.
actually committing.
Nah.
No
dude.
damage on the side of Neighbor. So unfortunately,
And Hong's getting rushed out.
Both soldiers getting taken down as well. Hong gets run down, and they are pretty house, and they're getting so much space. The side of Exile, and the medic does have to pop.
Oh,
down
it's
to get
terrible.
below, and this is terrible. And Neighbor doesn't even need to use heal.
Oh,
And Neighbor doesn't need to pop, and this is
damn.
terrible. And fully Brad and Ilos will get taken out.
No,
Yeah.
it's just too much. Like what I see Xiao is doing, like almost perfectly. It's
Get
like
TJ.
it's like they whenever they use Uber or when they don't use Uber, it's like everybody just lives, and like I guess that's like something really important for teams to take note of, because like usually when Uber happens, right, it's chaos, and like some people don't live, but like but
Ooh,
here we
we
see
see
a
heavy.
sudden heavy from that was a pretty valiant effort there, but it's not I guess it's not happening for him, but it is full Uber ad for Xiao here, and they're looking to take this all the way into last. They shouldn't give Nihilo any room to breathe here because they have full Uber ad. And immediately, I guess we're going all the way in, all the way to the left. TJ is bombing in. He's looking for frags. Mouse might get caught here, and so will Milo. They're eating up a lot of damage. And Hong does end up getting taken down. Mouse is dead as well. It's a massacre, and nothing stopping
NT.
Xiao. Alright guys, well that was a pretty eventful second map. Unfortunately didn't go into the way of Nihilo, but we'll be right back after this break. See you then. Alright, welcome back everyone. This is map 3. We do have CP Snakewater, but we will go through the logs for a bit with Submarine here, our favorite caster. Sub, any thoughts regarding the logs?
I mean, I think the logs speak for themselves. TJ 404 DPM, Neighbor only dying once, TJ only dying 3 times, and then on Nihilo we have Dokla going 117 DPM. It's just not. It's just not it, and it's just really sad to see. It's just not a fun game. Yeah.
I mean, we talked during the
Yeah.
break, and obviously I mentioned we had a quick discussion, and I told Time, like, we realized demo rollout on this map is crucial because TJ was, like, I'll be honest, so fast, and especially that last mid fight, or second last one, he gets one stick onto Bobby, Bobby's out of the mid completely, and it's pretty much over for the side of Nihilo, unless you get some miraculous plays come out from your soldiers.
Yeah, like I noticed when Ghost called that like when I watched TJ every mid, it was just him sticking up Bobby. If he hit them once, Bobby doesn't even walk out of the shutter door anymore. So Metalworks, if you guys want to play it really well, you need to have a really good demo, man.
Demo needs to go super fast. I mean, like as obviously as obviously mentioned before regarding the logs, I mean, they speak for themselves. This was just like even the mid fights, Xiao won every single mid fight. This is just really one-sided for Xiao. There's nothing really else to say. I mean, some moments of excellence for the side. I mean, Hong, like, to be honest, was trying to do what he can. Despite dying 20 times, like, he was trying to do what he sort of can, but, like, there's not much he can do when, like, I'll be honest, like, even, like, as Apple's playing NG, but it's like, everyone on the side of Xnal, they just getting shut down completely, to be honest. Like, I don't know, there's nothing else really to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Nihilo had their chances, right? But like every time they just make a little mistake, Xiao punishes them so damn hard for it. They just lose one little player when they're trying to do a second them, and that rolls the 3 players and then they get forced. Or they lose one player defending their last, and Xiao converts it into a round win. I think these little moments of inexperienced or player diff, as it were, giving up their life or taking unfavorable fights just means that it snowballs really quickly to a force or a Milo dying, and that's how you get 5 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, look, So now we're obviously moving on to the next map, which is Snakewater for those who obviously who are too sure. Look, Snakewater again, a very staple map in sixes, and I mean, I think, to be honest, I think this could be another. I'll be honest, yeah. Look, you can say one round for the side of Nihilo, but I think Xiao, to be honest, might just take it 5-0. I'll be honest, like at this sort of rate, the way that they're playing.
Yeah. Well, we are starting quickly with this first Snakewater mid. Anyone want to take this map away? Killed. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah, sure, absolutely. I think with how much we've been glazing him, we can look at TJ for a little bit in this mid-fight, see how much more quickly he rolls out than Bobby. But actually, it's about even. Snakewater's not that hard to roll out on. I think it should be fine. Kind of a stalemate. But actually, Bobby goes down to 5 HP and gets taken down after some good scatter shots from Rui and some spam from TJ. He has got traded out in the meantime as he tried to leak into that saw area, but all that space has been taken by the blue team, and yeah, that might have been a demo there.
I mean, Bobby just gets taken out there, and again, both roles, but even how we do see Soldier behind trying to cause a bit of distraction, does just manage to get out Kitchen to lower, and I think he just gets caught here, he does get taken down, and however, do we see a trade though come out from the side of X-Island, which we do see, and two players getting taken, just a trade though, so 1-for-1 there, with just one from respawner coming out from the Xiao, and pretty much even Ubers here, and we do see a Soldier lower trying to sneak in, however, does get forced out, with both scouts sort of watching lower, and speaking about forced in, Catwalk though, Scout does actually take down, 3 players taken down for the side of Xiao, and they actually have to get back here, Neighbor's already legging it down to lower, and I think he's
Bobby is bombing
in.
in. Oh, he's
Actually,
oh, Bobby!
This is
Neighbor is alone.
Neighbor has to use.
Nice.
Yeah,
some signs of life from Nihilo. They're putting up a fight in this mid.
Definitely.
There we go.
Look like a I think Banana, or I'm not sure. So maybe Hezi who or the I can't remember the guy was. Sorry. I think he wanted to take something from like top, but definitely miscommunication probably on the side of Xiao.
Yeah, now huge Uber ad for the side of Nihilo, and they even take down Banana very early on, but of course Dokla gets traded out, and Harry has a very nice header onto Bobby, and he goes down as well. So it's a 4v4 with Uber. As I say, that Hong actually dies again to TJ, and then Hezi gets traded out. Rui going in very aggressively, even though they have a huge Uber advantage, they might still want to use it, but for the meantime, Xiao has been able to stymie the push of this red team.
I mean, Hero's already onto the NG, so he's just going to get a gun up on last just in case if need be. It is Uber ad, how this ad is pretty much fading away really, really fast here. Neva obviously grinding it with Rio and Scout here, and looks like, yeah, they're just going to hold second. And
really unfortunate, they just lost that. Yeah, they lost their entire Uber advantage. Like, fair enough, it's a safe call, and they can still sack, but you would have loved to see them take second or something with their Uber.
Yeah, and that fight though on mid earlier was really good for the side of Xiao. Nice arrow by Neva onto the soldier there, and yeah, looks like it's just pretty standard. You see a high bomb, see him again for Neva, and
he's so dead.
Yeah, he's gone. Nice surf by Neva onto.
Hong goes in now. They're staggering their time.
Oh, nice arrow from Neva, bro. He stopped Hong. He get the momentum with this arrow.
Oh, okay.
Dang.
Oh, and of course, Hedging race with force mouse and all of that chaos. So from bad to worse. I think Xiao's gonna roll right onto the last point of Nihilo at this rate. And Milo goes down as well.
Yeah, he gets second down, and that's, yeah, look, Bobby's trying to get what he can do with this ban, but look, I think, yeah, Xiao cap this, they should have to roll second. Nothing actually getting the
they're committing,
and they are trying to commit really hard to try force something out from Neva. Neva just saying, yeah, look, this is just a sack wave pretty much.
It's so bad.
Everyone's just going for Neva. Neva's still milking.
Neva is dodging
still alive,
so much.
What a god.
Yeah, this is just nothing happened, and I don't think that was necessary. That was a little bit overkill for just a medic, though.
Maybe, I see the idea, but like they just weren't coordinated enough. They kept sending players in one by one, right? Bobby jumps in, then Hong jumps in, then Dokla jumps in. Same with their sack attempts. Maybe if they went together, it would work out a little bit better, but no. As of right now, actually, there is a chance that Milo gets an Uber up. He's already at 70%. They are Xiao taking quite a long time to push into last, and I think they can hold it. Actually, I'm gonna say they'll hold it.
Yeah, I mean,
No, they're going all the way in right now.
They need to go faster because Uber's going to come out on the side of Xiao soon. They need to force him out. So now it's pretty much even Uber's here. So it might just be pretty much exchange on us if they do choose to commit. Nothing too crazy. Hezi does get taken down really low here. So I think he's just going to wait for an arrow here. It's actually an arrow. I'm not too sure where he is. Just waiting for a pack here. We do see a possible force. And the drop coming out from Marlon. So really good play. Uber does get popped out from the side of Xiao here. And just on last. And looks like this could be a round conversion for the side of Xiao, which is 2 plays up, being just apples and miles. Unfortunately, there's nothing they can do. And this should be a round for the side of Xiao here. Just 1 scale left on point. Still not dead. And down. And that's the first round coming to the side of Xiao. So, I mean, valiant effort from Nihilo, but look, Xiao, they're playing really well on these fights, despite having a little bit of a hiccup though on that previous engagement on mid with Bobby and Neighbor.
What the hell?
Yeah,
How do you
like-
drop there, man? That's ridiculous.
I think when Harrier pressed Milo, Milo did not expect a soldier bomb, and unfortunately, like
How?
just collapsed with the
New
rocket.
mid fight.
so-
New mid fight. Call it.
All right, new mid fight here. We do see a pretty even mid again, but both people. Oh wait a minute. Dokla is trying to go for a massive bomb here. So is Hong. Neighbor finally ends up going down. Dokla and Hong combining to take down Neighbor, but we'll see if it's gonna be worth it here. Milo does end up going down, unfortunately, and it's a 3v4 in mid. Miles looking for a kid here, ends up getting taken down by Heria, and Apples goes down as well. It's only Bobby left alive. Will he be able to live to tell the tale? And nice pipe from Bobby taking down Rui. It's only Bobby left alive, and that was a pretty good mid from Nihilo, but unfortunately the follow-up wasn't there, and Xiao ends up winning the mid.
Yeah, I mean, very like they're trying to salvage, and they do get Neva, which is good, but then their medic dies in the process, so it's not ideal. However, pretty much even Ubers is like about 5. Like, oh, how did I say it? Actually, not even Ubers. Sorry, Brits on the side of Xiao.
Oh.
So curious to see what they can do with TJ. I know TJ. I have seen it before. TJ crits actually is pretty lethal, and they are getting this relatively quickly. Obviously, it is evening out. However, with his crits, they might catch the side of Nihilo off guard, and it looks like they are prepping for it through Saw. Have they? Well, maybe they're delaying, but there's a lot of
Nihilo has no
Crits
idea.
does get
TJ
popped.
goes in!
He does get the medic there.
what
Crits
a
a really
snipe
nice,
from TJ.
nice sticky snipe onto Milo. Bobby gets to get down the press as well, and this crits has gone really well for the side of Xiao. 3 players get down for the side of Nihilo, making that 4, and 2 players get down for the side of Xiao, and this is pretty much a Cap second, just running to last, and really good sticky snipe by TJ, catching the side of Nihilo off guard, and obviously Milo dropping in the process there.
Wow, Milo was really close to Uber. He was on like 95%. If TJ didn't hit that sticky, I think it could have gone very differently. And Milo goes down yet again to the stickies of TJ. Nihilo trying their damnness, but Hong goes down. Dokla's gonna go down, but TJ actually goes down in the meantime, but I don't think that's gonna change the outcome too much. But as I said, Mouse denied Banana very well. Gonna go and take down Hezi at the same time. They might be able to hold, but they just aren't enough players up for this team. And 2-0. Looking not terrible for the side of Nihilo, but they've got a buck up if they wanna convert this
they are putting up a better fight than in Metalworks, but they gotta really, you know.
Yeah, I think DM diff. Let's just call that DM diff. Obviously, going into this new mid here, so hopefully they're reset. TJ does get there a little bit quicker compared to Bobby here. Both of them is getting a little bit of damage onto each side here, and looks like both teams now just rolling out. Both teams exchanging a bit of spam. TJ does get down a little bit low there, does get re-healed, and we do see a soldier high bomb coming out from the side of Xiao here. Does bomb in, unfortunately doesn't get any. However, soldier trades from both sides here. However, players getting taken down incredibly low for the side of Nihilo here, and they should leave here. Like, everyone is really weak. 2 players getting out for the side of Nihilo, make that 3, and Xiao just stop rolling over them on mid. And
He's behind!
Milo has to leave. Milo has to get out.
Milo's out,
and he might not get out.
Have they chased this?
He's out.
Okay, he's out.
Right,
Okay,
okay.
that's,
Thank
that-
God.
At least Milo is out. However, maybe it wasn't beaming there briefly for a while. It is very slight add if they choose to go with this really quickly and taking the last. They have to get medic with this, or they just take a
They're not going. They're not
trade.
going. Should be a stalemate for a bit.
They're probably gonna trade
never
this.
mind.
TJ
second!
Force the medic with that!
forces the
Incredible,
medic!
and however, Harry gets out, doesn't really
God.
matter. Hezi is on the spy, so does he opt to go for a back cap play? Is that what the call is?
He might actually, but there is a sentry gun, so he's gotta be
Oh,
aware
he
of
gets a
that.
pistol kill.
Miles gets the first kill. Oh.
Nice demo moves actually from TJ. Really nice. And he's just running this demo with the pistol here. That's gonna take down Curler. Doesn't want to get taken out, but I mean, and they're just in, and Uber does get popped out from the side of Xiao, and this is just frags going away. 3 plates getting out, including to make their sentry gun actually still up there. Still have to be taken out now. Eating some spam. Should get taken out, which it do, and point hasn't been played yet. TJ is up now, and now point getting captured here, and distribute around to the side of Xiao, and it's really nice sticky jump by the side of TJ, and forcing the mid as a result.
Yeah, that was nobody expected that. Not even us. I was surprised that he even went in.
Yeah, he just sent it. I was like, okay, TJ, like we expected to be some sort of stalemate, or they opt to, you know, play evens, but Alvatia just goes it, and obviously now we're into a new mid. Speaking of mid, we do see a heavy from the side of Nihilo, which is quite interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, they might have given up mentally. I won't discount that, but maybe it's a real strat they've practiced and they want to try out. So not much going on in the initial few seconds of this mid fight, except for Dokla going down to the soldiers of the Xiao team, and the heavy is rocking up onto that midpoint. He's peppering them down. He's gonna die.
He just gets the lead.
He just gets.
Yeah, I don't know. A little disappointing. It feels like Miles has tilted off the face of the earth and gave up if he's rolling out heavy to mid fight.
I think Miles' mental is.
You guys can't see it, but I'm looking at the chat. A little trash talk going on between the two teams. One has it easier with a 13-1 round scoreline, so you know. But actually, as I say that, soldiers have gone down for Xiao. Dokla is on sniper. Might want to go a little more aggressive to try and get a peek, but they're gonna stalemate out for the meantime.
Look, I think Miles has just tilted. I agree with you. I think Miles has just tilted on top. Like, look, I think he needs a mental coach. Call a timeout, reset. But otherwise, they are in Saw, and are they gearing up for a sack? Doesn't. Okay, nothing.
Hey, maybe TJ's gonna go in. Who knows?
It's just even here. Looks like he's still low presence. TJ getting a little bit of spam, see if he can get anything. Soldier does commit to something, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Does get taken, guessing out. Miles gets taken out present, and nice frag, and there's 2 plays to get down. That's actually a demo pick as well for the side of Xiao, and also a force as well coming up by from Milo. Never not even used this, so full Uber out for the side of Xiao. Another play getting taken down as well, and this has gone really well for the side of Xiao, and they're just moving into Saw, and yeah, they should have just busted last. There is a sniper up.
Neighbor might drop.
Oh, Neighbor actually doesn't.
Yeah,
look like second down.
TJ's
just like.
Our control point is being captured.
They're already in lobby. They have pretty much full Uber. They need someone to cap the point, which there is a scout running into Africa. Is believe trying to. Is that Miles? I don't know who that is. That is actually Miles. Does get taken down, and I don't think that feed was necessary, even despite if you're getting
feed.
And that's another feed for long. And
it's full feed.
This is pretty much around for the side Xiao. Pretty much.
They're just sending it back practically.
Yeah, and Uber hasn't been popped yet, and Uber does get popped. TJ just bombing in, seeing any damage here. Nice damage onto the demo. Nice pipe by TJ onto Bobby here, and yeah, that's 4-0 for the side of Xiao. And I'll be honest, we can just call it now, and X now I think I've just given up. Like this is, it's very like Xiao dominant right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much, you know, it's just friendly banter, of course, according to both teams. I don't think Miles is really mad, but what can you really do? Xiao is just, you know, at the top of their game, and
TJ's actually pretty slow on this rollout. Maybe there's a chance. They've actually taken a lot of space, Nihilo, on that midpoint. They have a little bit of height control. The HP's not too bad. Dokla going in for a really deep bomb, gets a few rockets off, and then gets air shot by Hezi. Banana gets traded out in the meantime by Apples, but not too bad for either side. But as I say, that Hong gets taken down by Hera, and should be a mid-win at this point for Xiao. Nihilo's backing up in the meantime. They actually want to stay in, Miles and Bobby, and get traded out for their troubles. So gonna be a second win as well for Xiao.
Yeah, this is gonna be the. This is over.
We even said TJ beef to roll out briefly, but still, I mean, you see the like damage from the scouts, and like obviously now they're on second here. Do they just choose to? Wouldn't surprise me, to be honest, if Xiao just dry fight.
Oh, Pyro!
As I say that, Pyro comes. Does Nathan die? Nathan dies. Okay,
oh, Dokla!
He's actually.
Oh my god!
He's got 3K.
He's got the.
What?
He got banana too. He got the 3K. Dokla is going crazy with the
That worked, and that caught Xiao off guard, and I guess a really good play from the side of
good job,
Nihilo, and I mean Milo does get taken down. That was it worked. Like, just say that it worked.
Alert. The control point is being
Yeah, Milo does go down in the end, so it's gonna be a mid fight, and it still could go horribly wrong for Nihilo as Hong fighting out, but then gets destroyed by Banana with some crisp rockets, and so they have to leave to second right now, Nihilo. But Miles
Banana
is gonna be
taunting.
stuck
Oh,
behind.
sorry, Miles towards
Yeah, that's Miles, and he's dead.
Doppler
He
actually
manages
on
to
the
kill Banana.
Doppler's on the pyro,
Pyro!
though, so
They don't see him! They don't see him! He's on neighbor!
he's on neighbor.
Oh,
He reflect killed the neighbor. Does he get another reflect kill? He does take a TJ, and
Oh my.
this pyro is actually doing a lot. He's doing a lot, actually.
Dude, Dokla is making this round for them. What is
Might
happening?
be better on Pyro than Soldier, I ain't gonna
Maybe,
lie.
I
But
think-
Oh,
play,
yeah,
play with
okay.
combo. I think that's what you should do.
Yeah, I think that's the
they
counter
don't
to
see
Xiao,
Banana!
guys.
Banana was hiding in kitchen! He gets on
Oh,
rocket!
nice action by Banana to Milo there, and
Oh, Milo.
this has actually gone not too well. Actually, neighbor getting taken down really low. Pyro just W plus and one in. Doug is still
Oh, no,
alive,
not
and-
again.
No,
Okay.
it doesn't actually get a whole lot of damage. Neighbor's able to re-kill on everyone. TJ obviously getting re-kill, and this is like well, pretty much like for the Uber ad. Mid game cap, and I think they should deny at least a few spawns here. Hopefully, maybe just a
Bobby's in!
Bobby
It's,
is in. He's looking for picks, but
gets
oh,
piped.
gets immediately piped by TJ.
Yeah, look, I mean, this is like Docklet. He's took a lot on the pyro, but oh, hang on a second, he's holding close. Don't shoot any projectiles into pyro. Do not make the med drop. It would be probably a good start. However, I think Xiao, yeah, looks like they're getting a bit of lobby control, and looks like are they opting for a shutter push, which looks like is the call of the cards. Apple's on the sniper, Dockler on the pyro again though, so do they... I mean, where does he choose? Oh, it looks like he is just rotating over there. Oh, actually, as I say that, he's playing
Nice
well, and
reflect onto
actually running
Banana.
at the
He's gonna
Soldier,
kill
doesn't take
Banana.
it down, and unfortunately, Banana's gonna take it down. Do they still choose to push with the Uber though? Which they do.
Yeah, they're in. They're in. They're trying to get some picks with the Uber, but they aren't getting anything to try. Yet Hezi and Miles actually having a staring contest in that lobby area, so not much going on for them right now. Hera's gonna be trying to edge that point, and Hong does go down in the end. They do not have Uber quite yet, but yeah, the Pyro from Dokla are actually doing a lot right now for this Nihilo team, but Apples gets traded out in the meantime along with Dokla, and that's gonna be it. GG's. Xiao wins.
I mean, valiant effort, though. I think valiant effort from the side of Nihilo, yes. But look, overall, it's just Xiao dominance. Like, there's nothing else really to say.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think that anybody will ever beat Xiao. So
I mean,
aside from themselves.
I mean, the logs are up if everyone wants to have a look. I mean, again, similar to Metalworks, Xiao won every mid fight. TJ dropped 400 DPM. Like, Hong.
Oh no, he has 4 kills.
Hong
good.
had a rough. I mean, at least Dockler did better than Metalworks, I guess. But obviously, Hong had a bit of a rough game.
How many of those kills were on Pyro? Let's see.
7 actually. So he had
That's
3,
more than Soldier.
I guess. But like overall, I mean, very
Xiao dominant.
yeah, Xiao dominant. Well, I mean, what else to say? I mean, there's nothing really else to say. And I from what I understand, that is the. I mean, that's your Asia Fort. What is it? Season? I don't even know now.
Yep, that's the entire season already.
Yeah, I mean, overall the logs. I mean, there's nothing really to say. I mean, just very one-sided. I mean, X9, they had some moments of brilliance, yes, I have to say.
Yep.
But, I mean, Xiao were just so dominant, like, with pretty much their focus fire and everything, pretty much. And, like, I'll be honest, I think they're just on another level. Like, I mean, there's nothing else really to say.
Wait, can Time or Submarine answer this? Like, did
Yeah.
Zeiss play this season?
He did, but sorry, Sub, you go.
Zeiss-
I think he
On
knows
another
more.
team?
Zeist played qualifiers with the Hanbaobao team, but then last minute Zeist did not sign up with the team, so the team just didn't
Okay.
happen essentially.
Okay. I was wondering
Was
if Zeiss lost to this team.
Was there,
so-
like, a competitive team, another, like, team that could match Xiao, essentially? Is that what I'm understanding?
You casted their team last season, so it was practically the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Well,
Nah.
No, I think logs. I mean, we've already gone through it. Interviews.
Yeah,
If you have players that want to join, I guess. Let's see. I mean, we could get some interviews
Possible.
here shortly if we get anyone to join, but like, okay, I guess Miles will be
Oh, no.
joining us.
Ugh,
all
okay.
right.
I mean, it'd be
And
curious to see what X9 has to say with regards to their game, but I mean, yeah, congratulations,
but,
Xiao. I think is this your what? Is it a 6-time winning, 10-time winning?
Yeah.
Like how many times now?
it's
No one's
infinite
counting.
times winning.
Who knows?
Yeah, no one's
Okay.
counting anymore at this point. But I'd just like to interject. Don't worry, it's not gonna be very long, and I didn't really memorize the script anymore. I'd just like to shout out our sponsors. Obviously, never would have happened. This never would have happened if it weren't for our sponsors. So first of all, Liquid.tf, an upcoming CS2 and TF2 item marketplace for you guys, and our other sponsor, Cases.tf. You can buy and sell your crates that are gathering dust in your inventory. So perfect time to check them out. The summer cases just dropped a few days ago, so if you wanna unbox the favorite stuff, might as well go to the website. So there you go.
Thanks. Speaking about interviews, we do have Miles joining us from the side of X Nihilo. Obviously, first of all, commiserations with the game. Just want to hear, obviously, from your side. I mean, how did it go for you guys, and what was sort of the mental coming into this game?
Miles, you there?
Hello. Mic check 1
Wait.
2.
Maybe he's fixing his mic. You know, we'll give him some time.
Give it some time, but like, Miles is back. You're for the side of X Nihilo or Xiao?
I don't know.
We'll find out. Anyway, is Miles there? Hello, Miles? Can you hear us?
He's probably trying to fix his mic.
He's whose time's here? Wait, what's going on?
He's here. He's just not
Oh,
saying
Miles,
anything.
hello?
Sorry, I disconnected for some reason. My
That's
bad.
awkward.
That's okay.
TJ's here. All right,
not
never
bad chat.
mind.
Oh,
Okay, well,
hey TJ.
while obviously congratulations to the side of Xiao,
Oh,
obviously
shit,
taking
okay.
out another dominant season. Obviously, Miles now has joined us. Obviously, I'll go back to Miles shortly, but obviously, TJ, congratulations. Obviously, taking another season of AsiaFortress. Obviously, just want to hear from your side. You know, what was the preparation going this game, and how do you guys think it went? And was it sort of the expected result that we saw today?
So I'm actually just here because I'm here on behalf of Rui, who has beef with Miles apparently. So first things first, I have to shit out Miles. Miles, you suck.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
So that was part one.
Why he not here? Why is he not here to say face to face?
Rui? He can't. He's too old to install Mumble.
Oh,
He's trying to work out the tech aspect of it.
I mean, he can't even say it to my face. That's kind of cringe, no? The fuck.
Oh.
I think he let his gameplay do the talking.
I mean, I just thought him that he got mad. It's quite funny. Yeah, I'm chilling, man. I gotta eat dinner. What are we talking about again? Quick.
Okay, I mean, obviously, when Miles is obviously we're getting mic to fix. Obviously, commiserations with the game. Obviously, not the result that you guys expected. Obviously, just want to ask. Obviously, what was sort of mental coming into this game, and how was sort of like the vibe with your team with this grand final?
I think coming up to it, our team kind of stopped scrimming like very actively. I think about 2 weeks before top playoffs, so kind of like just doing our own things. So a lot of us were playing other games, so we didn't really have much interest in playing the game. So as a result, it also turned into us taking scrims very slowly. We just didn't really care about the results. We just were playing for fun. I think there were a few scrims we were playing. We just like off class, really just to have fun. I think coming into this game, everyone knew it was like Xiao is going to be Xiao dominant. So we managed our expectations well. We even considered if we should like off class and troll it, but we figured it wouldn't be nice, like good swordsmanship. So we just wanted to showcase our underdog players, and I think we did that very well.
Nice, and obviously with the maps as well. Obviously coming from AsiaFortress is a little bit different. Obviously, map picking and stuff. Were the maps sort of what you expected? Obviously, you guys, I believe, picked Metalworks. Is that correct? Was that intentional, or was that obviously plan you had coming as more like a curveball sort of map pick?
It was kind of a curveball because we didn't really play Metalworks much. It was only because of the lower bracket final team that we were facing against, which we were kind of forced to scrim Metalworks because we know that their team is pretty decent on Metalworks. So as a result, we scrimmed a lot of Metalworks, and then it turns out to like we were decent on it, so we thought we might have the best chance on it. Yeah.
NT.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have anything you want to ask Time or any of other analysts?
No. I guess congrats for second place. You know, everyone knew the goal was second place because like beating Xiao is pretty much kind of close to impossible. But hey, you guys got one round off. You guys showed some what Ghost said, moments of brilliance, but unfortunately it wasn't the result you were expecting. But regardless, good job. We appreciate that you guys, like as you mentioned, showed some sportsmanship, still tried your very best, and yeah, I'm sure Xiao also appreciated it. Any other questions from Miles, guys?
Oh, can I say some shoutouts?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Milo wants to shout out Naver for mentoring him. I guess for the same reasons, I would like to shout out Rui for mentoring me. In some sense, Konma demo review, I remember. And basically just the entirety of Xiao for just being like good players and role models for us to work towards. So yeah.
Awesome. I guess obviously TJ, obviously first of all, congratulations as we mentioned earlier, obviously for the victory, and God knows how many times you won AsiaFort now. Obviously, yeah, probably back to Metalworks earlier. With that map as well, did you guys get caught off with it at all, or did you guys sort of like say, okay, we play Metalworks, it's fine, we've played it a billion times? Because one thing we did note was, like I mentioned Time earlier, like during the break sort of period we had here on cast and stuff, I was like, TJ's rollouts are really quickly, and he's just beaten Bobby to mid every single time, pretty much.
Yeah, it was a pretty dominant metal work for TJ. I would say that TJ won Xiao that metal work that map for them. So yeah.
I don't know if there's anything you want to add on TJ as well. Like, were you expecting that sort of Metalworks map to come out?
So before I say anything, can we get Naver and Rui in here because they joined the group channel? They're here for the beef.
Drag them in.
Okay. And now that they're here, let me just answer that question real quick.
Yeah.
So honestly, right before the Metalworks game, to be completely honest with you guys, we literally asked ourselves, guys, how do you play this map? So it's definitely not something that's familiar to any of us. But having played the game for who knows how many years at this point, we still can, figure things out, what ground to take, what ground not to take. So yeah, it wasn't that much of a difficulty for us to adapt to. And I think in general, Metalworks is definitely a very demo heavy map. And having me on demo basically just means that every doorway is just locked down.
Yeah, we saw that. I mean, look, one mid specifically, I remember Bobby rolling in a little bit late, and him being slow sort of caused the mid to fumble because you shoot one sticky into lower house, he goes down to 70 HP, and then he's just pretty much forced out, and you guys just take a lot of ground, and we saw that sort of example. I mean, obviously, you've been now playing demo for such a long time, and yeah.
Oh, hello.
Oh, Rui, yeah.
Oh,
do you want to say anything, Rui? Rui,
Yo.
say some words. Come on, pop off.
What? They got 13-1, bro. I don't really think there's much to say.
5th in 1, but yeah.
Won in a 1v1, said lol. I didn't really say much. Just point out the facts.
Probably there's something that I guess Time and obviously my fellow cast here probably want to ask was the Dockler Pirate play was was pretty interesting, and it did catch some of the guys, Xiao off guard. I mean, was that
it did,
like,
it did catch us off guard. Yeah, like I think the Pyro play was like, it was something we didn't expect, and I think it was like really well played from Dokla because his soldier wasn't working at all. So, yeah, I think it was well played from them.
Nah, bro, did not say that.
Yeah.
I want to point out that I only died because someone didn't check their corner. Won't say anything else. I did die to a reflect, by the way.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I got caught off guard. I was like agitated because like Miles hurt my feelings.
I mean, obviously Navy's here now, but like,
I hope my what?
You have my
some
feelings,
really
man.
nice surf stuff
I
coming
hurt
out
your
from.
feeling. Shit.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, there were times where I saw just Neva just eating 0 damage and not having to pop. I mean, really, really good team play coming out from Xiao. Obviously, I guess something to quickly just obviously clarify as well. I believe calling wise, is it everyone calling something, or is it mainly like TJ and obviously I believe Rui if you're the combo scout? Is that if I'm mistaken, correct calling, or is it?
It's all our
Uh,
coach. It's all our coach Konma actually.
Yeah,
He's
Konma was calling
micromanaging
for
all
us.
6 of us.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Shout out to Konma.
But it's actually like mostly Rui and TJ and Banana. It's all the
Okay.
combo players.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like TJ's damage calls like really help. Obviously, his demo is kind of important, but obviously, when you see your demo doing 400 DPM every map, I think
game, yeah.
I think you would assume X target is probably 1 shot or 2 shots.
Yeah, but I also
Yeah,
fake call damage, so sometimes it's not true.
Oh.
So it's a gambling game for everyone else.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Congratulations, guys. Any shoutouts before we end this? Let's start with Ghost. Start from the
I
top.
mean, obviously, shout out to both teams for playing. Obviously, big thanks to Mitch to get me in the last minute. Obviously, had some casting issues. I'll obviously shout out to my current Sixers team this season, and obviously, thanks for Bobby for playing now. So now I know how this guy plays, and I'll be versing him this Thursday. So yeah, wish me luck.
It's a very wait. Sorry, I found one very important shout out. I need to shout out Lego
Oh, whoa.
because without Lego, none of this would be possible. So if you know, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, let's leave it at that. All right. Justin. Any shoutouts?
I'll just say that I get the vibes from some people in this call that like, oh no, Xiao is so good and shit, and like, yeah, that's true, but like, everyone is old. Like, TJ has a job. We're all like, Rui's in the army. Just play the game a little bit more, and like, you'll beat them for sure. So, whoever's a teenager and has hours to grind, go do it. You'll
Dokla
win.
is the next Xiao member. Any thoughts?
Maybe.
I think Douglas is the next Xiao member.
We're all
But
so
actually,
old.
Justin's
Like,
right.
just play the game.
Alright, guys,
You'll win.
I got a dip first, man. I've got stuff to do.
Wow.
All right. Goodbye.
Wow.
I haven't eaten dinner, man. Fuck.
Neither have I.
Enjoy.
Sorry.
I was eating during the
Yeah,
cast.
yeah.
I was
GG,
great.
GG,
I was doing
guys.
fine. Let's park, guys.
I guess is Naven next for shoutouts? Correct.
Yeah, neighbor. Any shoutouts?
Shout out to the greatest band on earth, Toge Toge. That's it.
Okay. Rui, any shoutouts on your end?
Shout outs to Konma for like helping us a lot with all the strats and stuff. Really impactful team player in and out of the game. So shout outs to Konma and Lego for telling Harry the wrong timings for the grand finals. Shout outs to Lego.
Okay. Let's just. I'll do the shoutouts last. TJ, any shoutouts on your end?
Shout out to Xiao. The boys have stuck together for so many years. I don't know. I was like asking them, hey, are we doing anything next season? And they're like, oh no, this is our last season. But we also said that last season, so we'll see what happens.
So you think next season could be competitive then? Or
It might be
everyone-
competitive. Yeah,
everyone joins different teams.
maybe. But we'll see. So yeah, shout out to Xiao. Shout out for everyone who has played on Xiao before in the past. Shout out to Konma. Like I haven't played the game in about a month. I think last time I played the video game was on the 15th of June. And today when I came back, I told myself, man, I'm really rusty. I need to get some mentorship. So I went to Konma, I begged him for help, and he hooked the bro up. So the 400 DPM is like with Konma. Shout out to Konma. Also, happy birthday,
Alright.
Konma! Woo! Okay, that's
Oh,
it.
happy birthday, Kuma.
Happy birthday, Kama. Alright, Sub, any shoutouts on your end before me?
And shout out to my homies, got them in my Polaroids, and shout out to Konma. That man knows how to sing some karaoke. Met him last month. Shout out to Banana. He also has some pretty good music taste in karaoke. And I guess that's it.
Alright, well, for me, shoutouts to you guys, of course, to my fellow casters, Sub, Ghost, Killed, Freaky when he was here, and everyone else that I casted with. Shout out to Mitch and Shigbeard for making this possible. CappingTV, our sponsors, Liquid.tf and Cases.tf, and of course to the teams, Xiao and Nihilo, for making this season very interesting. And of course, shout out to my HL team Significant Authors. So yeah, I guess we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you everyone for tuning in to the AsiaFortress Spring 2024 Grand Final. Goodbye. We're signing off.
Bye-bye.
Love you, Hog. Mwah.
Bye, guys.
Good.
All right. Thank you, guys.